I wanted to do another live. I talked this morning about the ego, but the ego is designed to keep you stuck. The ego is designed to keep you right where you are, because just think about it. How many times have you started to set out to do something and then the ego steps in and say, or it places doubt and fear into your mind. So I wanted to just kind of talk on that a little bit, because I had some little things that happened, some little things that steps, and I had some ideas, some new ideas that I was thinking about, in business, and the ego steps in and says, "What are you doing? What are you doing?" And I think that, well, I know that anytime that you step out to do something different, the ego has a tendency to step in and to tell you that, they place doubt and fear inside of your mind, to where that, that make it almost seem impossible. But if you silence those fears, silence those doubts, place the ego aside and let it, hey, check the ego. And earlier I said, check the ego. But if you check your ego and silence it, I promise you things will begin to happen. Things will begin to happen. Things will begin to happen. So I just like to spread out encouragement, positivity, and just to say, that you can do anything that you put your mind to. It all starts in your mind. It all starts with you. So if you reach for your better, reach higher, do things that are positive and encouraging, things will begin to manifest in your life, and things will begin to happen that are just magnificent. I believe that in God's, when God set aside for us to do something, that no one can really stop you. So, including the ego. The ego is, like I said, it's designed to stop you. It kind of slows down your development or your pace. But I do know that once you silence that ego, that things will begin to happen. This is my experience, of course. This is what I went through. Silencing the ego, learning to silence it. And, the most successful people, they are gifted at silencing the ego, of learning to stay focused and keep moving forward no matter what. Because when we do that, I think that it allows us to focus on that is good, versus, because the ego is basically just negative. That's what I refer to the ego as. You go get on the scale and say, hey, you look at the scale and you've lost 1 pound, but the ego may come back and say, girl, that's only 1 pound. That's only, versus you thinking that you lost more weight. Or how many times has that happened where you thought you lost weight and then get on the scale and then you find that you didn't lose anything, but you felt different before you got on the scale. Then you get off the scale, you're like, oh, because the ego now has set in. You looked at that scale and that ego said, girl, all that, or guy, boy, all that work you've been doing last week, and you didn't lose a pound. You might as well go ahead and quit. Go ahead and that's the ego silencing. Well, the truth is that you got out, you did something productive, something positive. You went out and you was working out and you were trying to eat better, because it's step by step, step by step, step by step. Silence that ego. When you're trying to follow your dreams, silence that ego. When you're trying to start up a new business, silence that ego, because that ego step in and say, ain't nobody gonna shop with you. Don't nobody want to hear what you got to say. Don't nobody really care. So you have to silence that ego, because that ego puts out negative things. And if you are not careful, and myself included, you're not careful, that ego can stop your progress. It can make or break you, literally. If you listen to it and stay focused on the ego, the negative, then you're not going to move very far. Again, the successful focus on they focus on the positive. That's all they really, really, really focus on. So the ego, which you have to let that out, which means also edging God out. That's what, it's a lot of people say. But anyway, so just remember to, you have to silence the ego. A lot of times it tells you things that you possibly, that are so far from the truth. You may want to, I'm just going way out there right now for a moment, that, you may want to wear a particular clothes, or you may want to wear some shoes that you like, but that ego step in and say, why are you wearing that? Girl, that don't match what you got. Or guy, that don't match what you got. Boy, what are you doing? So just remember to always follow your heart, follow your dreams, and the ego, He's not your friend. He is not your friend, or she is not your friend. I hope you, wish you all love, positivity, peace, and encouragement. And for more info, please go over to and like my Facebook page as well as my website. It's going to be all the same, if you search it out. But the website is michealgreen.life. That's michealgreen.life with E is first. I hope you have a great day. Positive energy. Take care. Have fun. And remember, never, ever, ever, ever stress. Bye-bye.